ESEA.
Well, what can you say about that one? The Danes do strike, and they strike quick on Mirage. A sad face from one, a down thumb from another. I'm seeing the tweets coming in from FaZe. They're not happy with that performance on Mirage.
Do you see the one from Carrigan?
What did he do?
The first loss for this roster on Mirage.
Good grief. Damn it, Carrigan, doing our jobs for us. That's a good one.
Quite
That's
nice. Thank you, Carrigan.
Nugget of information. The first
Stealing
loss?
my opening sentence.
Oh, was it? Hang on, wait. Let's try again. Yanko, FaZe North does look like it was a pretty brutal loss.
Yeah, it's a big upset, actually, Alex, because this is the first time this FaZe lineup has ever lost on the map.
What?
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Wow.
I think also it's safe to say Config can be in the conversation for the best player in the world at the moment. Another blistering performance from him, over 30 kills, 115 ADR, and we didn't see all of Meister have 160 ADR, so maybe that was the key to victory last time for FaZe.
I mean, we've seen that victory on Mirage sometimes be a rather one-man show.
Config's always that X factor, right? Where he had the three-piece in the A bomb site with the Deagle on a round, which was definitely looking like it was going to be FaZe's, and from there...
That was a big swing.
Yeah, the half kind of pivoted in the favor of North, but I just want to note Cajun, he's just a quiet achiever. That guy was very versatile with the AWP, moving around, making FaZe life very difficult. You know, he just chomps away at that scoreboard. He's not putting up massive numbers, but the kills he gets, they're very, very key frags. And I think someone else you have to look towards is the pressure put on MSL on that A bomb site. He plays it on his own, and as the in-game leader, maybe that's a good thing to leave him in a position where he just has to focus on his crosshair.
Sure.
He can either play retake from CT spawn, which we saw from time to time, or he just plays like really rooted in the site, just holding a position and hoping to get one piece and give the information. And when you're the in-game leader, it's kind of nice to have a role like that every now and again.
Yeah, I bet this is where I can't help but ask, you know, has it been an upward trajectory for North? Because I feel like for a while we kind of got derailed about that excitement surrounding them. The Dignitas roster, they've got Valder.
To be honest, they've been very underwhelming for the majority of this year. That's why they made the roster change. Early on in the year, they had some favorable matchups in playoffs, and they were losing to underdogs, you know, when they could have had at least more top 4 finishes, maybe a couple more grand final appearances. And with Valder, they seem to be a much better rounded squad, right? It seems like with Magic and Config, there was maybe a bit too much aggression on the team. Now it's, you know, much more diverse.
We just have to remember this, though, right? So this team was chugging along when they had Rubino. They replaced him for Magic. They went on to win Epicenter. Then they, you know, had some mixed results. They made it to like the finals of Pro League last season. Then they just kind of like simmered off a little bit. Now they've made the replacement of Magic's boy with Voldair, and they made it to the finals of DreamHack Malmo. They're looking like they're looking pretty good again. So it's interesting to see if that roster change just spurs them in the right direction.
They just won, like, the Rubino was still on the roster when they won Epicenter.
Oh, was he?
They changed him in like January.
No, but they did win their very first one, like DreamHack Open. I mean, admittedly with a bit of a caveat to that, but that was their first victory with Valder, and I mean that was a huge moment for them. They admittedly bittersweet, and it's not worth investigating as to why, but it was just, you know, first big victory. They've got a new player on the roster, and it seems like from analysts and other players alike, they are looking the best they've looked for a long time, if not since their inception.
Yeah, I think they are. It also seems that they have more confidence now when they play both individually and as a team, right? When you have Config performing the way he is, it lifts a lot of the pressure from the shoulders of some of the other guys. You know, it allows someone like KZ to not really worry about him underperforming again, and when he's loose, he can definitely have impact.
You know, I keep making jokes about you being a Config fanboy, but it is true. You genuinely have a lot of appreciation for the way what he brings into the game. But I can't help but ask, you know, isn't he a bit of a loose cannon to have on a team? Don't we always kind of just regard his character in and out of game to be quite synonymous with, you know, confidence and
Mr.
cockiness?
Arrogance.
I think the persona he puts on outside of the game, you know, talking a bit of smack and stuff, it's a bit of fun. He realizes that, hey, we actually need showmanship in CS, and fantastic that he's going to be the guy to do that. In terms of in the game, I don't think he takes any risks that are like obviously that knife. You know,
but we've seen, come on,
but
that knife.
He makes some ballsy plays, right? But within the context of the team, he's set up to be able to do that because everyone else is in the backlines ready to catch him if he does fail. So like with him to do it, and he gets away with it, what, like 70% of the time? I think he's the second highest on the team for conversions if he gets the first frag for the round. So that's a pretty good stat to have on your side, especially if you want to argue for, hey, this is why I'm aggressive. I get the opening kill. We convert 79%, I think it is, something like that.
Damn, stats man Chad. That's why he's on the desk, other than his ravishing good looks. Now, we haven't investigated our next map. Already, if you just joined us, North have just broken a record. FaZe's first loss on Mirage since they added Olaf and Guardian. And before we do move on to that map, Yanko's looking at me and saying, I've got something special, Alex, let me use it. You have got something to break down on the map. I was unaware, sorry.
Yes, Alex. It's a situation where people talk about how these teams like to play default, especially FaZe, right? And we also saw it from from North, but the reason why, you could see how they speed up the pace, and one of the problems for FaZe is they have Guardian play window, they have Nico play connector most of the time, and Rain is somewhere over here in A side, sometimes more passive, sometimes more aggressive, and they don't really have a lot of setups. So eventually what North does is they smoke off window, they smoke off connector, they double peek Nico, get that kill, and Cajun goes with the op immediately into A apps and just takes the angle toward jungle. Now obviously after the smoke falls into window room right here, that forces the rotation from Guardian to come towards connector, and Cajun is waiting for him. He gets that kill, they get the kill on Nico, and they just overwhelm the bomb site. You also see MSL pushing through the smoke towards jungle. He gets the kill on to Olofmeister, the rotator, and now even though this seems messy, and FaZe does this as well, they tend to force rotations from players and then attack the weak spot, right? They also throw these smokes. They want to force players to come towards connector, and that leaves just MSL alone, and that's what they want. That's when they have players pushing out of ramp and from apps, basically double teaming him, and they just want to get into the bomb site and plant the bomb. If they can do that, most time FaZe will have the advantage in that situation simply because of their individual skill.
Damn, so it's kind of like Jenga, you know, you're just finding that brick that's loose enough, you push it, and, you know, it's a really bad analogy.
No, but it's like, you know, if, for example, apps is smoked, then that play doesn't work, you know. But
sure,
whether that's MSL's call or Cajun or someone who is usually towards that area of the map saying, hey, they don't smoke apps, let's try and do this, maybe it works. It's not something you rely around upon, but that particular time, it worked for them. And I think it's a weakness for FaZe. They need to have more setups on the CT side. I think they get baited a little bit by the fact that their players are so good that most of the time they actually can hold just like that. But eventually, you know, people are going to double team you, and there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, that's a quote I live my life by. With all of that, we've got Inferno up next.
30 boy.
Woo! Inferno. Yes, I do like to bring the heat on occasion, and whether or not North can seriously 2-0, FaZe are hopeful and top favourite. In fact, Chad, you said you're expecting FaZe to see them taking this to the #1 spot in the standings by the end of this
year.
year.
Both these teams have a relatively easier run towards the end, and they've both done pretty good earlier on in the season. So I'd expect, you know, North and FaZe to be around the 1 and 2 spots, if not, you know, I wouldn't expect either team to be less than third.
Yeah.
Just because of those runs, they can actually take their foot off the gas a little bit, even if they want to, towards week 6 and 7. But I think one of the facts that we have to look at going into Inferno is the fact that you look at how North had to win rounds, and it was by making adjustments on that T side and then actually exploiting the weaknesses. Whereas FaZe were getting into bomb sites and getting the bomb down, and North had to rely on retakes. You saw it a couple of times. Volder have to come in a 1v2 situation. Cajun had a round that looked pretty close. He almost got that 4 kill on the retake. So that means the rounds were on the T side were a lot closer in the favor of FaZe, and it could have quite easily fallen in their favor, and then they could have won a lot more rounds. So I think that's maybe something to consider on Inferno. If they do get bomb site control time and time again, you're not expecting to retake as easily on a map like Inferno for North.
I mean, is Mirage kind of an exception to the rule then, Yenko, that playing to retake isn't always advisable? I mean, is Mirage more of an exception, or is Inferno something to be held?
I think you can do it. I think on Inferno, you can't really let go of the whole bomb side, for example, like you can do with Teo on Mirage. I think on Inferno, it's a matter of picking whether you're going to be more aggressive towards mid and deny mid control, or you're going to play more passive into the bomb side, save your utility, and counter that execute, right? Obviously, you add in the banana control. It's not as clear cut that you need to look at both sides at the same time, right? A lot of it depends on banana control. If you have it, it's easier to hold A because you can cheat an extra player and you have better information, you can have the fast flank and things like that. But you can't expect to hold everything at the same time. You need to make a choice.
I find the whole concept of banana control so interesting, and how it has admittedly evolved and developed since, you know, banana did get changed with the re-release of the map. But it is still like such a small part of Inferno is so crucial to the result and to the entirety of the way the map plays, Chad. I mean, it hasn't really changed that much when you think about it. This whole mid-round aggression we talk about, getting an extra player over the way, cheating a player, as Yenko often refers to it as, you know, this very small part of Inferno plays a huge role in how the regain plays out.
Yeah, I just think it's interesting, you know, because the meta constantly changes with how you approach that control of that part of the map. And at the moment, we're seeing teams go for boiler and halls control and then go back for banana control once the Molotovs and smokes have been used. But there's something that you can do is just throw some, I guess they're going to be defensive T-side smokes, and you're actually smoking off the CTs, trying to get banana control, pushing up behind them and pop flashing through and actually taking the fight to them and knowing how they use the utility. So I think it's just swings and roundabouts, and it'll have to change. If banana control is this big right now, it's probably going to change towards the end of the year.
I think I think it's not going to change because of the structure of the map. It's so easy to rotate from A to B. So if you have that player aggressive in B by himself, by the time when he spots the enemies, by the time he goes back into the side, his help is already there.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to be seeing how Inferno does play out. Really enjoyed Mirage. Inferno, are we seriously going to see North take the 2-0? Let's go ahead and strap ourselves in as Henry G and Sadakist are waiting in the wings to take us home.
Waiting in the wings, waiting upstairs, waiting, you know, in Copenhagen somewhere.
I'll take him home.
Too much. Are you going to take me home?
No, him.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. You were going to do that anyway, let's be honest.
I'll take you both home.
I'm not interested. They talked enough about double teaming on that desk for me.
You're out.
I'm out.
All right, then. Well, North are in. They've got 3 sets of armor and actually 2 smokes, 2 HEs. That suggests a banana rush to me, Matthew. We'll see if that comes in. The HE's designed to push the CDs back at the very top of B, and then they'll be smoking spawn, but that's not they're fully committing just yet. Okay, then. What's the play here? Something new. Flashbang come over. Will they use the nades at the very top? We'll have a look. It's going to be Vard and MSL to throw them. Might just nade the actual corner itself. We'll have a look. Here it comes. Yeah, that's what I thought. Nade at the corner. Anyone who's got a silent USB at the top there will be pushed back. Smoke towards coffins and CT spawn. Let's go. And we're going in. That smoke. Oh, it's got a huge gap. I think that's been misthrown.
Might be. It could be. Possibly could be. Guardian, meanwhile, though, is trying to get an angle. He's running out of ammo. That means Kerrigan's got to back off, too, because they both can't afford to be in there without guns to fight with. It doesn't even matter. All 5 stay alive. The rotations are swift. They walk in from CT.
Looking quite pretty there from North, but unfortunately no CT waiting on the corner. A gap in the smoke, and all the frags you want for FaZe coming through. We'll have a look at the replay here. Oh, goodness. Rain just pushes through it. They have no idea that could be a possibility. Helps himself to 2. 1-0. No bomb here. And I don't think this is a full investment of the fourth fight. Left himself about $600 per player. Deagles and HE grenades, nading towards Banana again, I believe. Oh, top middle, actually. Doesn't actually do any damage, unfortunately, there. So, Famus is across the board for FaZe. Interesting. Not a single SMG. No bomb going down as well. That's very interesting. Opting for more firepower. This is one of my favourite boosts on this map. You don't get flashed at all. You avoid the Molotov. Normally good for 1 or 2 frags, especially in this sort of scenario. Maybe it's... I'd say you just get 2 kills, drop off, set up Kerrigan. Kerrigan will flash as soon as he spots one, and then hopefully Nika can stay up there.
Hopefully that's the case. Nico getting double shots as they walk in. Ooh. Done all right, hasn't he?
Not bad. They haven't got head out, man. Don't get too excited, but still quite pretty. And it will be the 4th kill for him. Not too bad. 2-0. There wasn't the full investment. There were deals and HE grenades, but they leave themselves a bit of cash to work with here. But 2-0 for FaZe. Should be the full EK now for North. I hope they don't help themselves to some dinner. We had the dinner tonight.
We've had enough dinner, that's true. I wonder if they were watching that and consider trying to do it themselves. Would be interesting, I suppose.
We'll have a look.
Nate's gonna go straight in. Oh, didn't throw it. Olaf. That would have been massive. He still might get damage from it. Yeah. Valda suffers the most by far. By far. It's good hold together from Olaf as well. So, nade damage done. 3 kills for him. 3-0 FaZe. Things looking pretty good.
4 Famuses and the orb comes up a Guardian. Here's a nice little nade. Oh, yeah. Hate to feel that one. 4, well, ran number 4. What's the player from FaZe? They go aggressive and try to use the Famuses? I don't think they have to. It's not like they've got UMPs. They might throw something a little bit unusual in there. 3 players towards B right now. They could challenge. This could be Rain and Guardian towards mid. I think I see a smoke quite deep down mid as well. So something a little bit strange coming through. B rush from the north side. They might get away with this as well. It's a little bit chaotic, but the kills coming in for the FaZe side. It's going to be Kerrigan, Olaf Meister and Nico going to town. And a 2 versus 1. It's easy to step up. He gets 2 kills there. He's low HP, hoping he can catch off one of the rotating players. Guardian with the AWP comes in from Banana. It will be Rain, of course, holding towards CD spawn. Bomb will be planted, but does he have any sort of room to work with here to win the round?
No. Apparently not, because Guardian is immediately on the case. FaZe for 1 more. Bomb plant at least, so 4th round bonus with a bomb plant.
They just rushed B straight up. First gun round for them. And they were hoping to go against those Famuses and have superior firepower there, but luckily, with the FaZe boys with 3 players there, it was very chaotic. Kerrigan goes down. I thought that was it, but Nico and Olaf Meister That certainly is quite a formidable duo. And Carrigan gets one from the grave as well. He threw the incendiary at the start. The smoke stifled the T's out of the wall position, so they started burning alive the flashbangs as well. They still have a buy available here, North, surprisingly. I think there's 1 Galil, 4 AKs, and a few smokes to work with as well as we work our way into round number 5. It's Nico and Carrigan now. 2 players there. You've shown such a strong hand towards B. You can send 3 towards A this time, and Guardian, he opens things up, takes down MSL. And this is looking like a very good map so far for the FaZe side, but that kill slips by. It'll be Olaf Meister to pick up the pieces here, but only can get 1.
Gets one as Guardian. Doesn't know that the bomb's down just to his right.
Oh.
That was... What?
There it is.
That was so fast. Valda still gets the shot back. If he had found both, that was incredible.
Yeah, that would be the classic Guardian play if he gets both. But, yeah, unfortunately, only the 1. It's enough, like with that kind of finesse on the finish.
Yeah, finesse. Valda gets Nico down. It's Kerrigan, last alive, found immediately by Cajun. Finally, they get around opening up. Despite Guardian's best efforts of denying it, they hold off the rotations as well.
It looked like a FaZe round for days. It was Rain caught out in the open there. This was the shot. Good lord.
This
doesn't even look like it's time to flick.
That's pretty ridiculous, I'm not going to lie.
Val takes him down. If he gets that second kill, that's like a classic Guardian highlight. But not meant to be. It does come down to the 2 versus 1. Not the best result for North, but they do win around and get their first on the board. Need to make sure they convert this one. KGB now given the AWP from Guardian and won't be presented with a duel to open things up here. This is why we talk about it's difficult to really make your mark on the map as an AWP on the T side in front. Unless you get those opening duels, once you get to like the mid-round stages, it's difficult to really have like significant impact, have like a really high fragging half. You could open the picks up at the start, maybe get 1 kill and allow your teammates to get in, but then it's sort of holding off rotations, which can be useful as well, but it's not as powerful as on the CT side. And Carrigan, he's looking powerful. 2 frags there, perfect flashbang over. Takes down 2, that's AZ and MSL punished at the top. That flashbang combo, you've got a CT ready on the corner, can be so deadly. Time it well and find them out of position. You're always going to find 2 kills there, and that's really well done. As they boost 1 up in CT spawn, that'll be Carrigan. After picking up 2 frags, it's a 5-on-3. 5-on-2.
5-on-2, yep. That's changed quickly. Good spray down with the AK-47, but not good enough. Rain able to win out the duel. It's just Cajun remaining. It's going to be a reset. 4-1, about to become 5. A 5th for FaZe. Cajun, good shot. I like what Chad said about quietly going about business. If you're...
Yeah, he definitely isn't the flashiest AWPer or considered like one of the world's best, but he gets the job done, you know? Like, he finds opening picks. He moves around. He makes intelligent decisions. He'll hit the 1 kill that really matters. He can have some big games occasionally. Like, he'll go absolutely nuts. I really like him. I think he's a well-rounded AWPer. I think like he brings a lot to the team in that sense. Like, he's not a loose cannon. It's very rare for him to have a really bad game.
Guardian again, going to go aggressive. Ooh, not quite so quick this time. Guardian.
Have they forced spawned this? They have, fully. Down to 0.
Wait it out. Down to 0, as you say. I mean, they're in pretty rough state.
Yeah, lose this. Potentially, we go to 7-1. They're on the CT half phase. Sometimes to be expected with the strong starts.
Smokes to go over, potentially. MSL's got a lined up. There's your Tech 9, Hank.
Who's got it?
MSL.
Still believes.
He's a believer.
Trying to think of Tech 9 puns we can do, but got
No,
nothing.
I don't. He's very technical.
No, I was going to do that.
Ah,
was
got him.
I think that's it.
Yeah, no, that's probably all you got. Sorry about that. Sorry to steal your thunder. Shots come out. Raining out, in fact, but not from rain. Now they will. Now it's raining out. As MSL, Mr. Technical. Fortunately, didn't read the blueprint in fine fashion. All blue in the obituary, in fact. It's FaZe 6 rounds now, and no one going down, meaning they're building up their economy.
Yeah, it has to be the full eco now. That force buy didn't really bring anything in favor of North. Glocks, I think that's all they can really justify here. Maybe a few PT-50s, only $300 a piece. Not even that. Not a single dollar brought into round number 8. This is looking pretty abysmal now for North. 7-1 down, but still, they haven't lost the half, you know, so it's still early days. I don't get too carried away until I see, like, 9-1, 10-1. That's when I start thinking, okay, now I need to start taking some pauses and work out. We get at least like 3 or 4 on the board here. This is still fine.
So far, so good, according to Hank G. The rain goes out for more. Smoke out in front of him. Can't find the shots inside of it, but goes all the way out to middle and has Glocks to fire at. Reload, get caught. No, not quite. Would have been interesting had he lost to Glocks, Henry.
Glocks.
It's all FaZe. Not really much to report. They're just looking impenetrable at this point, but then again, North's not had many guns to work with. They'll get them again this round. No bomb plant. 7-1 already. 1 bomb plant to speak of, and then 1 victory in a round. That's it.
Just a no config who had an absolutely spectacular game on Mirage. Currently set on 0-8. Not ideal. Like we said, still bounced back. We noted that Nico had a very quiet performance in the first half and then went absolutely wild in the second. His Guardian doing what he does best with the AWP. And 3 players towards the banana area once again. Guardian to back them up and cover them. They could go a little bit aggressive here. We'll find out. Smoke goes down all the way towards T-Step, so maybe they will decide to. Oh, be careful, Nico. A little bit toasty over there. Doesn't phase him, though. See what I did there?
I got it. No, I got it right away.
Yeah?
Hank. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm quick.
Nice.
You got to wake up pretty early in the morning to catch me out of bed or something like that.
Catch you out of bed.
Yeah, whatever that thing you say is.
Well, it's all off my step. Helps out with a couple of frags there. Carrigan to finish it off. A little bit of an alley-oop. And it will be AZ to not really do much of this situation, I'm afraid. The aggression from the CTs pays off, and they will have AZ with a UMP. Not anymore. Nico takes that out of his hands after taking a lot of damage from the utility at the very start. Manages to convert that round now for 4 in a row. I think there's another eco for the north side, $2,900 per player. Coming into this round, 8-1 they have down lost half. Get to 9-1, that's when we're starting to worry for them a little bit. I think it has to be the eco. And this could be. We keep doing this, Matt. We keep having like overtime games or very close ones, and then the next one's always.
It's just blowout.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's similar that Astralis was upset by Big and then smoked Big. In some ways, you could argue North upset FaZe, although I think right now they're pretty even.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say even, but I would say they're close enough. It's not unlikely.
It's just like we go from one really sick game.
And then FaZe comes back. Yeah, exactly.
Like,
FaZe, by the way, on Inferno as of late has looked incredible, which is something to note.
They're trying to make the perfect team with all the fraggers, the in-game leader, a 7-map pool. And it's getting there. It's looking impressive. North certainly climbing the ranks as well. Since the addition of Valda, they're definitely on an upward trajectory. And I think they could be contesting for being a top 3 team in the world.
Yep, I think they could pass Astralis. They've just got so much firepower right now.
I think on paper they are, like in the HLTV ratings they are.
They definitely are right now, but I think regularly. I mean, those ratings also have to do with the fact that some teams, exactly, and Astralis hasn't done as many events. They were prepping for the major, which I think the events just before the major are included still, and they weren't at a few of those. Cologne, namely.
Yes. Oh, hello,
That's
the
pretty
airstrike.
good. Yep, airstrike, down goes Guardian. Nico in behind the sandbags. Chance to line up 2 headshots, only find 1. Volta trades back, and that's going to give advantage finally to North to work with. And they're inside of the B side on the back of it. Rotations around. Rain. Ooh.
Through the smoke. Why not?
Good timing, AZ. Not bad.
Well, that's a way to arrive. A triple nade at Banana. Guardian couldn't avoid them whatsoever. Yeah, there's really nothing you can do about it. Even if you see the nade coming, it's like, well, this is me dead. Tries to bait in Nico, but they check that as well. And he gets taken down after getting 1 kill. Easy through the smoke. A little bit lucky, but it was a nice lineup. Engaging B to hold off the frag in middle. So, quite a clean round there for North. Good adjustment, knowing that Guardian likes to hold that angle, but Guardian doesn't have to orb towards B every single round. So he can change things up. He has been playing middle, of course. A little unlucky when he goes towards B, he does get wrecked. North trying to... Oh, no.
Tell me, Hank, what's
Oh,
wrong?
I thought he was going to go for the ninja. I thought he had time. Like, I couldn't quite hit the bomb take.
That would have been unbelievable.
I thought, God, if they had a massive oversight and let him got in.
Well, North
I can
finally.
feel it.
Yeah, that would be insult to injury. That would be enough for me to just be like, all
I'd
right,
just
well, this game's over.
I just played slash forfeit.
Yep, you guys win. We're out. 9-2. They've won their second round. It's after a string of 4 the first time. This time it's after a string of 5, so a full round reset potentially at hand. Have to be wary. I always say weary. I don't know why. Of that. FaZe continues to look impressive. Missed thrown nade. Actually bounced back and killed a poor chicken. That's what I always say.
Oh, here we go. Fast. They're just throwing caution to the wind now.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Rain, that is so good.
I don't know. It's like
it worked out so good.
Yeah,
You're right. It wasn't
great.
the best tactical play, but it was all right. Come on,
It was great from him. Like it's just a little bit disappointing for me. Like they just had such a brilliant round. They outplayed them. Like they read what they were doing, made the corner, get in. And they tried to. I think it was like, well, our defaults aren't working. Let's just stay as a 5-man unit right now. Choose areas, running through the smoke at the very start of the round. Like, it's really nice timing, but you can see the problem is with going through smokes is you have a grey screen even when you just get out of the smoke itself. And Reigns is like, well, if you're going to give me kills and not even try and flash me, I'll take them.
Yeah, all day.
And they're trying to stay as a 5-man unit and surprise them. Hope Guardian's there, potentially misses one shot, gets one, and they get through. It is a little bit unlucky that Reigns right there, but still, like, it's... For a tactical team like North, you expect a little bit better than that. Nico, what's he up to? I don't like the look of this at all. I'm scared.
Hold me.
He's going to do unspeakable, disgusting things to them. AZ.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
Unfortunately, AZ's the only one still there. Nico, he could have got away with so much more from the position.
Oh, they were all in front of them as well. Gets away. And AZ manages to get the opening frag. It was a reset round, bear in mind, but they still have enough to get the AKs out. It's not as damaging on the T side, especially when you keep players alive as well. In the round you win, but double digits for FaZe. 5 on 4. They managed to recover a rifle with Nico. Taken down after getting himself in a 1-4 position. Smoke eludes him.
Guardian on the A site, meanwhile, pre-scope to the corner, waiting to see if they'll walk around. Doesn't want to make any noise in case they are closer. Back to the arch, though, where Rain's waiting. Good trade from Config. A much-needed trade as well. They've got a 10-5 this, in my opinion. Kerrigan. Molotov. That's the Molotov that SK has been struggling with, by the way. And their 3 Molotov set up because you have to go over toward the sandbags now to throw it, which means you also have to have coverage. That's pretty good, Guardian. As he rotates around and gets to Banana, he drops the bomb as well. There's only one to find. It's Valda. He's behind the smoke and locked out toward the ruins. A low HP for Kerrigan could amount to 1 more kill. And in fact, yeah, he knows he's there. Take the shot. He's low enough. A hand will kill. This is frustrating. He's like, please, would you just walk? Oh, he's got a chance, though, because Guardian down. He knows where Kerrigan is. The problem is flashed off. He could get peeked from CT at any point in time. Gets behind the pillar. Can't find Kerrigan. Good effort.
So I didn't want to cut you off there. I could see Guardian coming in, and I thought this is going to be good. When he came in for that little backstab there, 2 kills. We hit the second shot. It was almost guaranteed. Valda, 3 versus 1. That was their force by their chance into this game to get the 11-4 potentially. And now they're looking at CZ's 11-2 scoreline. PT50 and a deagle for MSL and Config there. They have the smokes to work over. This has been a blowout. Guardian looking incredibly sharp there. I thought he does hit it. It's occasion B, and now Kerrigan's mad. He'll spray with the AK-47 towards T-steps. He gets 1 kill and does some damage to a couple more. But the 5 and 4 achieved. That's all they have to do. And overextend. Sure, it might be fun to run around and kill them, but giving up a round against pistols can be quite frustrating, even when you have this sort of lead.
Meanwhile, they still want to take over Banana, even though they pushed back. Good find from AZ. Now it's just Nico. Rotations are a little bit late. Guardian still just coming through CT. Flash out Nico. Goes on the M4. Almost traded back, but through the edge of the coffin. Still finds the headshot on AZ.
You say only Nico, but he's normally fine. Like, whatever he wants to do, it normally works out. And Molotov, though, could be a land, so it won't be uncomfortable. But there he goes. Drops eventually, but Guardian has saved the day. 2 on 1. Was a little bit close there, but North... Oh, the force buy once again not working out for them. Has to be another force buy for round number 15. This could be one of the quickest games of the evening, but still, they managed to come back from an 11-4 deficit, Matt. Or 10-5, was it?
Yeah. 10-4.
10-4.
10-4. 10-4, good buddy.
Okay.
I don't remember. I think it was
11-4.
Yeah.
It was, and they came back. They went down like it was 14 something. But anyway, they came back. That's what I'm saying. It is possible. 13-2 is a bit of a stretch. CZ's a PT50, Cajun B on the UMP. What do they have to work with him? Not much. That's the answer. But AZ's been pretty good with the CZ. These rounds can slip by the wayside sometimes.
Bust out for Valda. Quick through the smoke. Oh, blinded. Oh. If the ringing in his ears didn't reveal the noise, that could have been a huge problem because he could have easily been capitalized on inside of the site. AZ, meanwhile, gets Kerrigan back, but Guardian's there with the AWP and continues to look impressive. This has 13-2 written all over it, I'm afraid.
Well, FaZe just looked dominant there, didn't they? Throughout the entire first half, they shut it down. North got a couple of runs on the ball, but reset every single time, it felt like. Very good stuff there from FaZe. It looked amazing in the pistol round. And North had some ideas, but the only things that really worked for them were 5-man formations running in and triple nading Banana. And at that point, it all fell apart. Reset came through, and here we go, 13-2. I don't think the comeback is possible, but maybe they can make things a little bit closer. We'll find out after the break.
Well, as you say, Hank, we always get treated to close first games and then blowouts in the second. Apparently, that's no different here. FaZe find 13 rounds very quickly in the first half. North only with 2 in response and looked like they were struggling for much more.
I think you might be right. North, I don't see them making much of a dent here. Lose the pistol, that is pretty much GG. They can pick it up, though, on the CT half. There's no reason why they can't give the same treatment there to FaZe, but from what I've seen so far, I don't think that's likely. But you never know. I hope I'm wrong and we do get maybe a decent game here. We get North up to double digits, but we'll see. CZ comes out in the pistol. All right, then Superman for Cajun. MSL with CZ as well. This is a new idea. Haven't seen this before. It's not really required on the CD side because you've got the USBs, which has got that so much one-tap potential and range, but CZ does give you a bit more burst damage, and up close and personal, like positions like this in the apartments, you can find opening kills and fall back.
Fall back if you'd like. Cajun has other ideas with his CZ75. Wants to stay up close and get in the face of anyone who dare take over the apartments. Problem is he's going to be very overwhelmed very quickly. Finds one. Guardian checks the left side for no reason after already making contact, perhaps thinking it was a bait play, overthinking it.
Yeah, potentially.
Lazy finds another on Kerrigan. They walk out from the boiler. Just 8 HP for Volda.
That's all you need.
Certainly slows things down, doesn't it? MSL's going to wait as well to see if they'll wrap on the arch, and he's not wrong in assuming that they will. Gets a lot of damage for it, though. Gets him behind the pillar. It's his best chance for armor. Using bricks instead, they'll go back down the archway. Easy, meanwhile, has taken out Olaf, which was their best approach to try and hold off anyone rotating back over to catch them through CT, or if he had gotten a kill, potentially even go back to A with the bomb. Instead, it's all down to Config. He's ready for it. Only one in B. Calls for the rotations. They'll both go toward Banana. Good find. Just one to get. It's Rain on 3 HP, and this means there's a chance that North can start rolling into the game.
We'll see. Rain tagged up. 1 HP pretty much, and the bomb on his back. He won't be able to get a plant here. I know exactly where he is. Time ticking away. Combi to finish things off, and there they are. They arrive. Something to work with here. Pistol does not work out for FaZe at all. It's that weird play from Guardian. I'm not sure why he assumed someone was in that tight cubbyhole. Like he said, maybe he assumed they were being baited in. Nice shot from Config there.
Yeah, might have been overthinking that big time.
He's always going to win that duel. Really, like the USP at that sort of range, they're running out of time. They're low HP. And we'll be the force fight here across the board. CZ's Deagles looking at the North setup as well. A couple of UMPs, a FAMAS, and Config's got that M4 out. Got a few kills in the previous, got head armor as well. It's always a nice position to be in. Good nade should be coming through there. Not too much damage, Rain with the armor. And he gets hit up for 12.
Marine still wants to round the corner with the Deagle. Certainly gets himself forward enough that they actually catch off KJ. They're all there in spades as well. A number to work with. Volda wants to capitalize, though, going back through the smoke, knowing you can hear them running through the arch. Get good positioning from Olaf. Hold the wall, hug it. You know that that's where they're going to walk through the smoke. It's not going to be blindly through the middle. Keep a wall at your back, and Olaf reads it and uses it to his advantage. It's 2 men down already. Pistols looking like they're in a good position for FaZe. Bomb goes back to A despite opening up such a position at the arch, and the bomb gets planted. AZ does find one immediately in the post plant, but they don't have kits.
No, they
3
do
players
not.
up. That's actually very interesting.
Easy knows that Nico's coming from middle as well. I think they might have saved this one. They do. Okay, they've wasted too much time trying to wait for the rotations to come in. And AZ might just find Nico here. Guaranteed frag for the young superstar there. Takes that, finds the UMP, and just as they win the pistol, just as they get into the game map, it all falls apart. Config and MSL trying to hold on to their weaponry, 1 and 4, and the UMP, but towards A we went. Picked off 1 by 1, Olaf Meister to find kill with the CZ, gets a Famas as well. Nico's up and about. Gets taken down though. Well then, AK can come out now. 14-3. After winning the pistol, we thought that could be the start of the campaign. We're not done just yet. No reason why they can't win the pistols and the UMPs themselves. Here they come. AKs will come out. FaZe know they win this round, it's pretty much over. Like, there's nothing North could do to get back in the game. Money will be in the bin.
That's what you were going to say.
Yeah. Good nades. Take that.
Guardian, meanwhile, coming up from mid. Try to make a play with his AK. 14 for FaZe. They find it in the unlikely circumstances, which is exactly what North needed to avoid to keep that chance we talked about alive. Raining Guardian. Work in tandem. Spray down rain. Won't be able to find his intended target, but the kills are stacking up in the HP low enough that Olaf getting config certainly makes it around. I think that is foregone.
One to forget for North. Config tried to step over the mark and got taken down by Olaf Meister. And Guardian might finish things off as well. He knows the last player's here. Got the angle, but nice shot from Cajun. But round is done. Match point achieved, and I think Cajun probably doesn't even have any interest in saving at this point. Well, you know what? I gave him my best shot.
Certainly tried for it. That's absolute and definite. It's Cajun B. We'll save the AK, but it's going to go to map point for FaZe at 15-3. He's going to try to... Oh, he's already seen Olaf. I saw it, even without X-ray. Yeah, okay, good. I was going to say. I thought Olaf. Why didn't you?
15-3.
Best impression of myself.
$2,000. It's over. It's done.
Referee's calling a stoppage.
The referee said, "Yep, yeah, brutal. He's knocked out. Stop it. Blood everywhere.
He's not throwing punches.
He can't protect himself. North can't protect himself on the CT side on the defense. UMP CZ to Deagle. If they win this, I'll be very surprised, but you never know."
Guardian, meanwhile. Still trying to make do inside of mid with Volda not far away. He's on the inside of the boiler. Stairs, AZ's down the hallway trying to spar off with Kerrigan. It's just the pistols, remember? I say just the pistols. You've made mention of the fact that this is CSGO, and they certainly still work. Volda proves as such, and AZ falls off. He's tagged up Kerrigan down to 47 HP. Kerrigan, meanwhile, still in mid, is ready for the retreat and turns to find the chase.
MSL has to step up here. It is a pre-fire angle, but you come around... Oh, okay.
Good try. Good try. I liked it.
That should be a config now. That's a nice flash, but not actually fully committed just yet. Smoke towers to go towards new box. Throws a smoke just to buy him a bit of space here, but it's obviously the new box area. Config sits in the smoke. It's kind of something to work with here. Not bad. match. And that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, okay. I won't start the big speech just yet. AZ with the bomb down. And low HP Nico in front of him could do something about this, apparently. No idea how he got in this position, but the flashbang comes through. And he's fully flashed, has to go back, and that's the bomb picked up. Oh, he's done it. One more round. AZ wants to keep playing. Nice work from T-Steps. Olaf Meister clutched it out with 14 seconds. I don't think he can do it. He can't even plant now. It's over, Matt.
I think it is done at this point. 5, 4, 3, 2. We get another round. North able to hold off FaZe for one more at the very least. As despite that they started off so well, the Pistols actually pull it back. We did say Pistols can be enough in CSGO, and they prove it to us once again. Hank, I know you're very delighted.
Well, it was a nice play from AZ. It just feels like it's in vain at this point. They come back massively now, then fair play. But he gets it from T-Steps. Tries the bomb, and now got something to work with.
Something to work with. We'll see if they can work with it. Can you work with it, Hank?
I can work with anything.
Even me.
Yep.
It's not easy.
Well, money available just about for the C-side. You can see they've got Galils and a few AKs here. That's just shot surely for Config. There it is. Takes down Nico. Number 5 then. We'll upgrade one of the Galils to an AK-47, but the opening pick has come through.
Olaf still at the logs. Try and make his way back up as FaZe go down a man early and could go down on money if they lose this round. Then we start to really drag out the midnight hours and burn the midnight oil and all the things about midnight. Coming up on that time of day as Olaf pulls back one against MSL. Decent find. Better find from Config as he sits inside, spray down inside of the smoke as well. Guardian loses himself, and a good response from Kerrigan. Knew he had to strike fast. Gotta slow his pace. Good control as well to tap in. Gets it back to it 2 versus 2. Bomb going down. Cajun will arrive sooner than Rain will, but Rain's on full HP. He can sit inside of the top of Banana. He doesn't even have to commit to the site at this point.
No kids, Matthew. This could be it.
Don't be a tit, buy a kit. AZ works his way.
They have got one now.
Together, they do pick up one. Get a find from Rain as he walks back out, times it well. AZ's got no chance in this. This should be it for FaZe. Tap, fake, tries to win out the duel, but Rain has enough and close it. A convincing win from FaZe after bouncing back on Mirage. They struggled on Mirage, I should say, bouncing back on Inferno. And they go 1-1 on the night, so everyone's a winner tonight, and everyone's a bit of a loser.
Well, there we go. FaZe looked very good for it. I have to say, North's T-side was pretty disappointing there. They looked like they had some idea at the very start, then it all fell apart. I think risk through smokes and 5-man plays towards Banana. That got them one round, but then getting reset time and time again. FaZe just looked like they're having fun towards the end of that first half. A little bit of interesting there with the AZ round towards the end, but it felt like the game was already over, Matthew. And it will be the end of the evening. FaZe do split the series, and we'll throw it over to Alex and the boys, as they like to be called, on the desk.
You're not wrong there. Yes, indeed. A first album dropping at the start of 2018. Alex and the boys, myself, YNK, and Sponge are going to be hanging out to talk about this one. And to wrap up the day, you guys can get just quickly cover all the bases. And I think the first port of call is, of course, Inferno. The fact that we did lose not only in North, we lost Config. We were hyping him up. We were saying that he was a big, catalyst to success for the Danes, and he just disappears off the server.
As it tends to happen, as soon as you praise someone,
yeah.
they fall completely
Caster's curse.
flat. Yeah, couldn't get a kill for good amount of time in that first half. Ended with something between 30 and 40 ADR. Definitely not even close to his level of performance. But I think you can actually attribute that to the way North played on their T side, in a sense that from time to time they know to be very gambly in how they play that T side. They try to brute force their way in, even through smokes, pop flashing, right, trying to surprise their opponents. But FaZe was having none of it, and most of the rounds just looked silly.
Yeah, FaZe, because they're so individually strong, they can just put up a brick wall. On a map like this, it's very easy to do. Use your smokes, use your Molotovs, you hit those headshots. I think, maybe North, if they were able to displace FaZe, push them back, make them feel a little bit uncomfortable, and then get players like Config, say, into mid-wall, into Banana for some mid-round to late-round rotation frags, they could have had a little bit more penetration there. But felt like we already saw this map, Alex. Felt like this already happened earlier in the evening with Astralis versus Big, and it's good to see a very convincing win. And 2 in an evening is even better.
Sure, okay, maybe it's good to see, but it was also kind of deflating to see that a team like North, who've just taken, you've just killed FaZe's win streak on Mirage. It's the first loss they've ever conceded on the map since they started working as a 5-man unit. And then you don't get to put anything up on Inferno? I mean, what can you possibly attribute that to? Is it just the fact that we start using words like didn't get going, no absence of config, FaZe were just too strong?
I think it shows you the importance of a pistol round for a team like North, right? Imagine if they won the pistol round and then they go for a gambly play, like they did in Banana or towards mid, and they lose it. Well, because they won the pistol round, they still have enough money to buy, and they probably got a couple of kills. Maybe they're pressuring FaZe's economy, or FaZe at least can't have an optimal buy, right? And then things are a bit easier for North. I actually have to praise them for running the same style despite not having the economy for it, perhaps. They weren't scared because of it, but you can see when it doesn't work and you don't have a good economy, it can really snowball out of control.
I was just quickly scrolling through. I'm pretty sure that North only found 2 entry kills on all of their T-side. So entry kills are kind of important. Yeah. And like I was saying about the brick wall, when you can play heads-up Counter-Strike, they love taking jewels, right? FaZe just want to fight you. So if you're going to run through smokes like Yanko's saying, they're doing those risky things, you're playing right into the wheelhouse of the FaZe boys.
No, absolutely. And there's not much more that can be said about that hasn't already been said. FaZe versus North. It's going to be a split series, and these are today's results, not only including the one we did just witness at only 20 rounds of play. And most notable for FaZe is Nico didn't have to play. You know what? Just 10 frags over a course of Inferno. His teammates doing the rest. Rain at the top of the scoreboard. Outside of that, we did get to see North split the series by taking Mirage. The big game referenced earlier by our panelists did result in a rather upsetting and rather demoralizing loss for Big on Inferno, but getting to take the win on Overpass, it is quite interesting. Big breaking Astralis on a map they're known to be fantastic on, FaZe getting broken on a map they're supposed to be fantastic on. We have had a turbulent day, and so have Na'Vi. They got their first 2-0, what feels like forever, and then LDLC jumped back up with a win versus Nip. Were you watching that at all, Chad?
I was keeping my eye on it. Alex, crazy. He put up some big numbers. You're a British boy, he got a
good name,
got a done
good
the
nationality,
flag.
good lad.
The Queen.
God save the Queen.
Glaive did make a tweet yesterday after they played LDLC in the Pro League saying, he's really impressed. He's been watching the demo, seeing the work that Existence has been putting in for his team and the way that they're evolving. And even though they did get the victory, he's impressed by the style and the caliber of play that they were bringing to the table. So things are looking up for Little Cat, Little Dog.
Hey, dude, that is cool.
Little Dog, Little Cat? LDLC. Yeah, Little Dog,
Little Dog, Little Cat.
That Lauren told me that. It's probably wrong.
Is that actually the origin story of LDLC?
Well, Lauren told me. I'm not sure.
I'd kind of like that. Yeah. There's worse organization names. Remember there was one called Lemon Dogs? Come on, guys.
Can't really fathom why a French organization would name themselves Little Dog, Little Cat.
Okay, well, as you can...
Isn't that just a website that you can buy equipment on in France?
Not sure.
I think it is. So, as you can tell, the quality content keeps on coming here for the ESL Pro League. This has been another fantastic match day. Now, talking of quality content, if you actually want to see more quality content, if you want to see those games, you want to be able to re-watch them, you want to see some of the games that went on that secondary stream, you want to see what Glaive's talking about when we reference LDLC and their growth under Existence's wing, or paw, with this little dog, cat, whatever we've just started talking about, sound effects included. Go to YouTube. It's easy to find, and it will cover everything. We're, in fact, broadcasting on it right now. So if you're here, go ahead and explore those VODs. But if you're not, subscribe to youtube.com/ESLCS, and you'll get all of the updates when we're live, but also you go ahead and find out some of that content that you can dig through. Saves you loading up the demo. Worth checking out, that's for sure. These are your standings for today here for match day 16. 17 is just on the horizon tomorrow, but for now, you can see LDLC have taken a leap, just edging on the precipice of Pro League finals. Of course, not there yet. Many more days to play. North are going to be very comfortable now, joining Fnatic at the top of the table with 10 wins. And if you do continue to gaze your eyes, as I do, Yanko, Na'Vi with a 2-0 and a much-needed one at that.
Absolutely. Moving a bit further up from that bottom of the table. Still a lot of games to be played for them, but I think the top 4 have kind of separated themselves from the rest. They played a decent amount of games. They have a limited amount of losses as well. So they're in a good position to secure a spot at the LAN. But after that, it's open season.
Yeah, and at the bottom of the table, as it is so much fun to remind everyone that some of the huge names, some of the names that are featured within the top 5, if not top 10 in the world, G2 are in last place with the Pro League. And I mean, this isn't the first time in the Pro League we've seen some world beaters, some major winners actually in the bottom of the Pro League. In fact, Virtus Pro were eliminated from the Pro League, given the title, and rather appropriate one, Virtus Premier, or Virtus Mountain Dew League. That is what its new title is. In fact, they're playing their very first game in that Premier Division, or Mountain Dew League, today. And that is something worth checking out as well. If you want more Counter-Strike, you can go ahead and catch some of the action there.
They played against Team Lithuania, and they won.
They won. Oh, good stuff. I've actually been keeping a bit more of an eye on the MDL ever since some of the North American happenings, getting to see some of the old dogs coming back and giving it a go.
Oh, you're talking about Dazed and Swag?
Yeah, GX.
Yeah. Getting a 16-14 victory over a team no one's heard of.
Yeah, yes indeed.
Hey, it's a win.
A win's a win. It's
A
all
win
about
is
the
a win.
W's.
And you have to start somewhere. You really do. I certainly couldn't do any better. Now, over in North America, they have some games coming up as well. But for us here in Europe, this is your day tomorrow. So not that much time separating us from that. You get to see North versus Astralis. That is the hot match of the week, if I'm not
Hot
mistaken.
bloody match of the week, Alex. I'm excited.
Could you say that one more time in an even more Australian accent?
No.
You see, I like putting Chad on the spot because he just crumbles. We just lose him completely.
Comes with experience.
NIP and Mouse Sports, of course, Inferno nuke the maps to be played. Mouse Sports have fallen off a cliff after their success in the sunny Mykonos. Those are your games, though, to look forward to. We talk about G2. That's going to be a fun one to see Existence taking on them and seeing if they stay at the bottom of the table.
Overpass again. LDLC are looking really strong on that map, and G2 they can have a couple of flaws, so they could be exploited by Existence and his counter-stratting maybe.
Yeah, got to keep your eyes on that. And you keep your eyes peeled if you want to go ahead and continue to indulge in some North American Counter-Strike. What is got your eyes opening?
SK versus Cloud9 could be an absolute banger of a match, Alex. You know, Cloud9 have been on the up recently. We've seen that team finally coming together, finally clicking since the addition of Rush and Tarek, and they're looking good. So that's an exciting matchup. I might stay awake for that one.
I'm so glad that you remember that Tarek's on Cloud9. Bless him, he doesn't. We are going to be seeing the new Optic roster. That's a team that I'm certainly excited to see. They'll be battling versus LG. That's someone, rather a team that is really exciting for me to see, just as you have a complete mismatch of names you did not expect to see wearing the same jersey walking out on stage. I think Optic a team for me that I'll be tuning in for. For now, though, you guys have been hanging out with us for another banger of a day. That's for you, Chad. We are going to be back tomorrow with match day 17. This has been the ESL Pro League. We love you. Good night.